And we're back for more walking!
Yeah, number 4, the hidden chapter.
It's chapter. Oh, somebody's doing some tree work. I like the trees in this area. I don't know if you've been able to notice because of my shoddy camera work, but the trees are really interesting.
They just kind of look like trees.
Well, yeah, because they are. But they're so wonky looking.
Yeah, but trees are trees, man.
Every tree is different. Every tree is a snowflake, Dolph.
Well, I guess you do have a greater appreciation for different trees, considering you don't have snowflakes.
Yeah, man. And this is BC. We got nothing but trees all over the place. Trees are our national treasure in British Columbia because we got Stanley Park.
Was the air quality there good, at least?
Yeah, it's actually because it's Vancouver at least spends the majority of its time humid and damp.
Hmm.
So whenever you breathe in the air, I always get this feeling like I want to go out fishing. It was a very familiar smell to me back when I was a kid that I would only smell whenever the family would go out on the boat to the lake and go for a fish. So just like walking outside of the apartment, getting that whiff of air in my face, just like I could be in a boat right now. That would be fun.
I've never really gotten the appeal of fishing, although I do want to have a serious fishing outing sometime in my
Yeah.
life.
I hated it all the time when I was a kid
Uh-huh.
because I didn't see any point to it. Because you just like we're out on the lake for like 3 to 4 hours at a time until we catch enough fish and then go home.
Yeah.
I always felt
Like
like it
it's,
cut into my fun time.
yeah, there's that sort of childish jumpiness,
Yeah, yeah.
just staying in one spot.
You're confined to a boat, and at least when it got to an age where I was, where my dad was like, "Okay, now we're gonna take you water skiing, and it's gonna be fun, and you're gonna like it." And I didn't at first. It took me a long time to get used to the idea that water skiing was fun because my very first time water skiing, I was out in the water. My mom was right beside me, and she said, "Whatever you do, don't let go of the rope."
I can see where this is going.
Yeah, but like the usual things is like make sure your legs are bent, keep stiff up top, like always like tight firm grasp, and like just you got to stay still till you get used to it, and then do whatever. So, as the boat was starting, I was above the water for like maybe 2 3 seconds, and then I spent a good 10 seconds underwater
Oh,
because I was told to not let go of the rope. And then within the 10 seconds, I'm like, something's not right here. Maybe I should let go. And then I finally let go, and like, thankfully, like my life jacket brings me up to the surface, and I just hear my mom laughing in the background. She's like, "You weren't supposed to do that." I'm like, "You told me not to let go." And
at least your mother was good-natured about it. My
yeah,
mom would have been screaming.
yeah. And then it took me a long time to like the idea of water skiing again, because for some reason, whenever like I have to have a good, I guess I have to have a good first impression when I do something, because it might just ruin it for me, and it'll take me some while to get like work up the courage to do it again, because I didn't want to have that experience of being underwater, even though like it's like a completely irrational thing, and I would have been fine as long as I did everything right.
Mhm.
Because the moment that I actually properly water skied for the first time, it was too fun to like. It was too fun. I didn't want to stop.
Yeah.
Do you have any like lakes in the Chicago area that are fun to
Yeah.
go out on? Do you do that often? At least tubing or water skiing or whatnot?
No, I wish, but
You never tried it?
well, just when opportunities ever come up.
Oh, you gotta.
if it ever does come up, then I'd probably take the chance, but it just never have.
Gliding along the water like that on your feet is an amazing experience.
Yeah, I bet. I want to do stuff like wakeboarding or snowboarding. It's just that
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm poor. I don't know, have people with those connections.
Well then, maybe sometime I'll just invite a bunch of people with me as I go home for one summer. Home, home.
Yeah.
Uh, home in Manitoba.
Is your
I, I
home
keep
closer to
I
Chicago?
I keep dodging the name of my place because I think it's a goofy thing.
What, Manitoba?
No. Manitoba is the province.
Hmm.
The city that I was born in, spent most of my life in, is a place called Flin Flon.
Oh yeah.
And that's only a half true because I actually lived in a village that was 30 minutes away from Flin Flon called Denair Beach. Which the Denair part of it is short for Department of Natural Resources. I love saying that. I don't know why.
That's that's weird.
Yeah. So, I mean, at least my childhood was very much like outdoorsy. A lot of the fun outdoorsy things of like water skiing and fishing, and like that's what actually. It's why one of the reasons why I loved the winter season so much is that we were always out on the skidoo or the snowmobile or whatever you guys want
Yeah,
to call it.
I was wondering what's this could do,
Okay.
except for that one thing the guy from Blue's Clues says before he jumps into a boat or something.
1-2 skidoo or whatever.
Blue skidoo, we can
Uh,
too.
uh, okay.
Woohoo!
Well, we call it skidoo just because that's like one of the brand names of the snowmobile. So I think like just because it's such a common thing, we really refer to stuff as their brand names, I guess,
Yeah,
because it's such a common thing, at least in Canada. I
I mean
mean,
we do the same thing with Kleenex or Q-tips,
yeah, Phoenix Q-tips instead of cotton swabs and
tissues.
tissues. Yeah, I was about to say like nose paper. But it was another one of those things. I read this article that was like words that only Canadians know, and
Mhm.
one of them was freezy, and I thought that was kind of funny because a freezy is
Freezy.
basically a popsicle.
I would have said that. It's one of those flavor ice things, right?
Yeah, it's a flavor
Yeah.
ice thing. It's like this long, thinnish, kind of like plastic container with like all the flavor juices inside of it, and then you put it in the thing,
Yep.
and you go nuts. But we call them freezies because like the brand name of the popsicle that is like the more popular thing in Canada is called the Mr. Freezy.
Huh.
So now it just becomes this common knowledge thing. Like it doesn't matter what size and shape the thing is, as long as it looks like that, it's called a freezy.
Hmm. I think we just called them popsicles, even though they aren't on a stick.
There's got to be some okay. There's got to be some American words that are just so American that even I shouldn't know anything about it. Can you think of any?
Um, uh, not not off the top of my head. Just I don't know. Like we're just such a melting pot down here that I assume that our all our words come from somewhere else, and it's not really American inherently.
Well, I mean, the majority of Canadian words are probably British, so.
Like, uh,
At least the spellings are anyway.
double cheeseburger. I don't know.
Everybody's got a double cheeseburger.
I really miss when triple cheeseburgers were on the menu. Back when they had that as a promo item to promote Disney's Hercules,
Oh
they had
yeah,
triple cheeseburgers at McDonald's, and I miss those.
I'm sure you can get it. Do you have A&W in the states?
A&W,
Yeah.
we had one around here, but it closed. I think all of them are.
Oh, okay. So it must be like a more Canadian chain.
Next
Find out what happens
episode.
next. in the next episode of Let's Walk.